In a small, quiet town nestled among the green Swiss mountains, lived Hugo and his beloved Elena. Their life was peaceful in the Swiss countryside, with fresh air, his father's farmland, and days spent walking through fields of wildflowers. But Hugo always dreamed of a bigger life, one filled with opportunities and challenges in the big cities. He hoped to find a job that would match his ambitions, an opportunity that would help him build a better life for himself and Elena. On a bright spring day, Hugo and Elena sat on the shores of Lake Leman, watching the reflection of the towering mountains in the calm water. "Elena, I have to go," Hugo said with a trembling voice. "I have a job offer in Zurich, I can't miss it. This is my chance." Elena looked at him with her wide eyes and said in a low voice, "What about us?" Hugo smiled with difficulty and said, "It won't be easy, but I will be back for you. Zurich is not far away, and we will always be in touch. I will build my life there and then we will continue together." Hugo said goodbye to his beloved village and set off for Zurich, the city that represented for him the opportunity for change and development. He knew that the first days would be difficult, but he was ready to take on the challenge. When he arrived in Zurich, he was amazed and impressed. The skyscrapers, the crowded people in the streets, and the luxury cars filling the roads. The city was completely different from the quiet countryside he was used to. But he knew that the real challenges were yet to begin. He had to prove himself in his new job, while at the same time maintaining his relationship with Elena. After a few weeks of continuous work in the office of the large company where he worked, Hugo felt a lot of pressure. He had to adapt to the demands of the job, the long working hours, and the loneliness he felt away from his girlfriend. One evening, while sitting alone in his small apartment overlooking Lake Zurich, he received a call from his friend Thomas, a man in his 40s whom he had recently met at work. "Hello Hugo, how are things going?" Thomas asked in a calm voice. "It's not good, Thomas," Hugo replied, "I feel lost. Being apart from Elena is harder than I expected, and working here is very stressful. I don't know if I made the right decision to come here." Thomas laughed a little and said, "Hugo, life is full of challenges, and I've been through a lot. You have to hold on tight and endure the suffering. The road may be difficult now, but never forget hope. You may think you're far from Elena, but time and distance are no barrier to love if you're determined to keep going." Thomas paused for a moment and then continued, "You have to learn how to deal with separation. Write to her, talk to her, tell her about your day and let her be a part of your life here even if she's far away. At the same time, don't let your work completely control you. Give yourself some time to breathe and think." Hugo felt very comforted by Thomas's words, who had become a mentor to him in the new city. Life in Zurich hadn't been easy, but he was beginning to see things in a different light. He began to communicate more with Elena, sharing details of his new life with her, and she in turn encouraged him and gave him the strength to continue. One day, Hugo received a message from Elena saying, "I miss you a lot, but I am proud of you. I know it is hard for us now, but I believe we will get through this. Wait for me, I will visit you soon." Hugo smiled when he read the message, feeling that the difficulties he was facing were only part of the journey leading him to a better life. He remembered Thomas's advice, never forget hope.